coaching is 20% about technique, 20-25 about tactic, then 50% is about communication. So you have to communicate with your player, you have to share with your player, you have to share emotion with your player, you have to fight with your player, you have to be happy with them, So, and my way to be with the team was always very, very natural.
It's fair to say that volleyball is in your blood. The sport chose you, not the other way around. I mean, what would happen if you actually, turned to your father and said, you know what, I actually want to be a football coach. I don't want to get into volleyball.
I mean, I could have done. When I was a kid, I tried many sports, but actually I really grew up in a volleyball gym. I mean, my father was a coach, so I remember he was bringing me, but was other age, so even was professional, but was not professional like now. So sometimes was bringing with him, and I was in the locker room with this big player, he was coaching men teams, and they were joking with me about my hair, about my gesture, and I was waiting the end of the match to play myself, to try to attack, to make everything. And I grew up really, while my friend, they have in the room the poster of soccer player, I was having poster of American volleyball player.
You're the most successful team in Turkey, you're 3-time world champions. I mean, how have you done it? What's been the catalyst for the success?
That's a good question. I mean, Vakifbank gave me the full trust, so they use your passion as much as you want, do what you want, basically, to make us successful. And I have a great group of Turkish players that in this moment, they were young but very talented, so they became, the best group of Turkish players in Turkey, So we combined the two things together, and another secret, I believe, was the continuity. And I think there was one key moment that we finished the season, and I have big offer from many other clubs. And I spoke with Vakifbank in the moment. Vakifbank say, Giovanni, next year we don't have a great budget. We don't know if we can be very successful next year, just to know, because we know you have great offer, and maybe you want to leave. And then I said, okay, but can you guarantee me a decent team? So can I compete at least, with a decent team? He said, yes, we guarantee you a decent team. And in spring 2011, Vakifbank became the first Turkish team to win Champions League.
Vakifbank Güneş Sigorta Türk Telekom kupayı alıyor, kupayı kaldırıyor. Tebrikler Vakifbank Güneş Sigorta Türk Telekom.
From there, of course, then became also Vakifbank invest more money, become more popular, and really the club really start to love volleyball more and more. But again, our key was every year to change less possible. So every year we were changing maximum 1-2 player of the team and maximum 1 person of the staff, to give continuity to our work.
Well, you've completely dominated when it comes to domestically. Internationally, you and your team, the Turkish national team, had everybody on the edge of their seats. It was compelling to watch, getting to the final. Look, I have to ask, what's going to be the next step for the national team to get gold, to make sure that they regularly compete in the Olympics? What's your plan?
That is not easy at all. This is the first big step. Qualify to Olympics. That will be in the next January, and will be in Holland, and I mean, it would be a really tough tournament. We have chance, but it will be tough tournament. Probably everybody expects the final Holland-Turkey, but I believe will be more complex tournament. So first we have to go there. Second, if we are Olympic, we will see our level, but we are not able now to compete for a gold medal. We need to create more Turkish players that take the real responsibility in their club. If you go back in the past, maybe we think about Gozde, who was a very great captain of Vakifbank. She was a star in Vakifbank, so she was making a big amount of job in Vakifbank. And of course, she was also great in national team. So we have to find a Turkish player that can take big responsibility in the Turkish club, according on not only attacking, but reception. So we have to create this new star, that we don't depend from foreigner, but we depend from Turkish. When we create this kind of player, then national team will become also very successful.
They are great role models, but do you feel like When it comes to women in sport in Turkey, it would be nice if we saw more men fighting for the cause of equality.
Of course, has to be equality. I mean, but I know that culturally, historically, there are some countries that are different than other countries. But I think that what we are doing here is something pretty big. It's something. Just watch what we are doing, and I think this is the right way. So it means a lot for other women. But of course, these are athletes. These are professional women. The women that are dedicating all their life to sport, to their profession, to their job. It's very, very nice to see now that everywhere we go that they are recognized and the kids are waiting the finish of our match to make a photo with this player, to make an autograph with this player, to make a selfie with this player. So for me this is amazing. This is a great step. What federation is doing for women national team, is that I don't want men listen to me, but it's much more than what they do for the men national team. Because of course the women are in this way much more successful. They have more chance to win. So it's not that, probably in the Turkish Federation the women team is here and the men team is here, because of course also federation is thinking about, goal and reaching goal and be successful. And the women team right now is very successful.
Just having this conversation, when it comes to the sport, volleyball, it just seems very equal. And like you just said, the women probably get more money than the men. But when you think of Turkey, the first sport you think of is football. And at the moment, there's no eyes on women's football. What could football or other sports learn from volleyball?
The lucky thing of volleyball, because of us, probably because of national team, I don't know, but it became one of the first choice of the parents. But not only in Turkey, in Germany, in Italy, I can tell you exactly the same. It's very difficult that a parent thinks for her daughter, we bring to soccer. In America, I know that it's pretty equal. But thanks God, in television, we bring a lot of women volleyball. And so that's probably why the parents of the daughter say, hey, my daughter, why not? She can play volleyball. Why not? She can become another national team player, another Vakifbank player. And they're watching women playing volleyball, and it's very nice what volleyball is doing for women's sport, But then the reason about why soccer is not doing that, I don't know, but I'm also happy about that because it means we have more women, we have more choice of great athletes, great athletes in volleyball.
Well, talking about the country and the sport, you are currently working on a project that I suppose takes volleyball around Turkey. Can you tell us more about that and what you're doing and where exactly you're going?
Yes, here Istanbul is one reality, but if we go in some other places in Turkey, it's not that women are making sport so easily, So there is a still big difference between men and women in some other part of Turkey. So they said, okay, let's bring volleyball to in this city. Let's try to convince more women to play. And so we start to go in the east of Turkey and bringing volleyball. But first of all, I bring by myself, then I bring a couple players with me. This kind of thing, like many things that you start with this idea, at the end, what you receive like a person, like a human being, is much more than what you give, and so that the feedback that this girl is smiling, this cry, or some girls say, so you will come also tomorrow? I say, no, I cannot come tomorrow. I hope I can come in the next year, and so that's why also we are trying to make this more frequent, So I think this year we will go again in the city where everything started, in Bitlis. They have to know that sport is a great option. I don't want to teach them that they have to become all like a bar goes there or not. They don't have to all to become great players. But the sport can be a great part of their life. So it's good to give this message. Being the volleyball court and dealing with the player and dealing with the problem, dealing with the unsuccess, dealing with the success, and try to share the passion with the people around me don't need a motivation. He's motivating himself that it never ends. When it will end, I will stop.